In today's video, I will teach you how to take high-quality photos on any camera. I believe that camera is only part of what makes a good picture. To get good images, it is extremely important to set up all the parameters right and to cleverly work with the lighting. I will show you how to take pictures indoors in a very ordinary, poorly lit room. Such conditions are more challenging than outdoor shooting because usually there is enough light outside. However, even with outdoor photo shoots, you still need to work with the light settings, especially if you are shooting during peak sunny hours. There is one big problem with indoor shootings. The light usually falls from the top, creating uneven lighting and unpleasant shadows. Plus, it is usually more yellow, which doesn't contribute to correct skin tones, colors, and overall makes photos look bad. If I take a photo in such conditions, the result will look something like this. To remedy the situation, first, I need a light source that I can actually control. I will use a small LED panel. This way I can control the color temperature, the position of the light, and the angle at which it falls on my model. I will set the temperature to 5600K, which roughly equals to a bright daylight. At this temperature, the colors look the best, clean and realistic. At the same time, I will turn off the room's lighting fixture. After the light is taken care of, it's time to deal with the camera settings, mainly with three parameters, which are called the exposure triangle. These parameters are aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. If the aperture is closed, then both the model and the background will be in focus, and the sensor will catch very small amounts of light. And I don't need any of that. An open aperture will give us a nice blur that will help separate the model from the background. Therefore, I will set the minimum aperture value. Now the camera gets a lot of light, so I can lower the ISO, which will make our shots less noisy. Additionally, I can increase the shutter speed, thus making it easier to shoot handheld. The next step is setting the correct white balance. I have an adjustable light source temperature, so I know its exact value. I will set the white balance on my camera to 5600K. If you don't know your color temperature values, you can always use pre-made presets in the camera. Just don't use the full auto mode because the camera can choose different white balance values from shot to shot. And believe me, you don't want to spend time on matching the photos after the shooting is done. I would even say that full auto settings are the photographer's worst enemy. They cannot be trusted. If the autofocus on your camera is good, you can use that in auto, but please don't use auto for anything else. If your camera can shoot RAW photos, I recommend you try this out. Why? Because with RAW photos, you can change the white balance and other parameters afterwards during editing. You only need a RAW-enabled camera and a good photo editing app that supports editing RAW images. For example, PhotoWorks is a very functional editor that allows you to work with RAW images. With PhotoWorks, you can easily make basic adjustments. Using these handy sliders, I will correct the white balance of my photo. In the Colors tab, you can manually adjust different colors. I will make the skin tone better by decreasing the saturation reds. For more complex corrections of the model's face, I will go to Retouch and select Portrait Magic. The pre-made preset will automatically make the skin less shiny, and finally I will use one of the pre-made color presets. I will go to Effects, open the Photo Effects, and in the drop-down menu select my favorite one, Film. There will also be a unique link for downloading PhotoWorks. The app has a free trial period, so you will be able to test out all these features. Our viewers, you also get an additional 60% discount by clicking on this special link. I will leave it in the description too. I will continue to work with the light to make the image deeper and more complex. This lamp on the table will do just fine. Its warm light will make the image more calm and homey. The background will stay dark, but some details will be seen. Also, I have another light source we can use. It's an LED light stick, which means it can change its color. Such light sticks are quite popular now, and you can find many variants from multiple manufacturers at every price point. It's a really handy and convenient lighting solution. I will choose a more cold color at minimal intensity. This way, the color accent will be very subtle, yet still give us additional foreground-background separation. Finally, I will adjust the light in the shot to suit our needs. As you can see, only by setting correct parameters in camera and clever light work, I turn these shots to these. All the light gear I showed can be bought cheaply, so you won't go broke after buying it. I know that buying lights isn't exactly what you're looking for, but believe me, lights are one of the top priorities for every photographer. If you can, I advise you to invest in lighting rather than buy a new camera. Flashes, light sticks, light boxes, the more the merrier. Thank you very much guys for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed watching or learned something. If you are just like me, passionate about photography, subscribe to our channel to get helpful photography advice and lessons every week. Have a great day and see you soon.